One of the most frustrating things about YouTube is pouring hours and hours into your content only to have the channel barely grow. Now, I've posted over several hundred videos. I've also studied some of the biggest creators on the platform, and I've come to find out that for a lot of small channels, there's a few things that they're doing that's holding them back. And so as a part of today's video, we're going to talk about why it is that for some small channels, they're not able to grow. Jumping into problem number one, that is weak video ideas. A problem that I see for a lot of new creators is that they want to make videos about topics that they're interested in, not topics that viewers want to watch. That means you have to pick a topic that's relatable, understandable, and something that you have really good knowledge in. Now, it's not to say that you won't ever be able to make a video about a topic that you want, but you have to understand that before you are able to do that, you have to have the credibility, the trust, and the community around you before you can branch out. And so a lot of people are sort of putting the cart before the horse, and they're not providing any value before putting the spotlight on themselves. And that's the biggest thing about YouTube. You have to help other people out before they're willing to help you out. The key takeaway here is that a good idea matters a whole lot more than your camera and your gear. Moving on to number two, that's the fact that there's no curiosity in your titles. So curiosity is an emotion that drives people to click on your video because they want to find out more, or you've at least sort of teased something enough to where they want to take it a little bit deeper with you and actually want to watch your video to see what you have to offer. And so for a lot of people, they don't really title their videos well. They either are too straightforward or don't have enough elements to create that spark of curiosity that then drives the viewer to click and want to go deeper. As an example, let's say we have two separate videos. One of them is titled YouTube Editing Mistakes, and the second one is called Why YouTube Videos Are Failing. But they're both talking about the same exact things, which are common mistakes that people make when they're editing their videos. Well, which video will a traditional user click on? It's most likely going to be that second title, Why YouTube Videos Fail. And that's because it sparks a sense of emotion. And so that's what this boils down to is, can you make a good first impression? Can you generate curiosity? Can you get somebody to click on your video? And then after they click on your video, can you deliver on the initial value that they expect? Moving on to problem number three, and that is weak thumbnails. For a lot of small channels, they're still trying to figure out their identity, their image, their look. And what I typically see are thumbnails that are overcrowded, meaning there's too many elements in the thumbnail, which then actually makes it a distraction. They either have too much text, which again, you want to save the actual meat of the content for the video after they click on the thumbnail, or the thumbnail doesn't actually match what the title is, therefore it confuses the user. And so one thing to keep in mind here is that if your thumbnail isn't able to get a viewer's attention within 1 to 2 seconds, they will click on somebody else's thumbnail. Moving on to problem number four that typically impacts a lot of these smaller channels, that's the fact that they don't have enough videos. Now, this isn't something that you can obviously control because you are a small channel. It's partially expected. But for a lot of people, when they watch a video, they enjoy it and they want to go further with that creator and they go to visit their channel and they don't have a history there, they feel like they're investing in something that has not yet been proven. And so it's really important to try to push to get as many videos on your channel as quickly as possible. And I kind of talked about this with why creators quit before posting 100 videos. And a lot of that stems in the validation factor, right? As creators are getting started, they get an initial dopamine boost once they start the channel. But once they don't get validation, and that typically happens, between video 50 and 100, they quit. Now, once you do get better, once you do get the skills to become a creator, and once you prove to the algorithm that you are here for the longer term, your videos will get pushed out to more viewers. And as those viewers begin to watch, because you have a backlog, they'll be able to binge watch, meaning that your videos are going to get recommended more. And this creates sort of a self-fulfilling loop where your content begins to get pushed out more because you've now built credibility, you've now built trust, and you've shown that you have some sort of value, that you can provide some sort of value. Therefore, YouTube will actually do a lot of the heavy lifting for you and begin to show your content to more people. Moving on to the very last problem here that's keeping a lot of small channels stuck, that's going to be a lack of audience focus. And so one of the biggest things that YouTube rewards is consistency. I've talked about this in my prior video, but you have to have consistency when it comes to your creator upload schedule. And you also have to have consistency in the type of content that you make. So for example, this particular channel is focused on helping creators become the best versions of themselves by understanding the psychology of YouTube and the psychology of content creation. And so all of my videos on this channel need to, at least in some way, shape, or form, tie back to that main narrative. What I typically see are creators that are experimenting on YouTube, especially very early on, and they may post 1 or 2 videos about a particular subject, and then an additional set of videos about a separate subject, which actually confuses the YouTube algorithm, because at that point, the algorithm doesn't know who the audience is that you're trying to reach. And so consistency with regards to your upload schedule, as well as the actual focus of your videos, are going to be key. Now, before I close out, I have to explain very briefly how the YouTube algorithm works. And of course, if you've stayed this far, I would appreciate if you guys could smash that thumbs up. It's by far one of the easiest ways to show your support here on the channel. If you want more content like this, of course, feel free to consider subscribing, where we're diving into how to become a better creator. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then feel free to go ahead and leave those down below. So the key tip here that I want to provide to you guys is that YouTube is looking to see if you're able to keep a viewer engaged. And so what matters is that somebody sees your video, whether it's your title or your thumbnail, that gets them through the door. They click on it. That's number one. They have to click on your video. Number two, they have to watch your video. And then number three, they have to stay engaged. If they only watch the first 15 seconds and then click out, YouTube will quickly pick up on that and actually stop showing your video to more and more people. But if they are able to make it from beginning to end because they are engaged, YouTube then gets a positive feedback loop and understands, okay, somebody just watched this particular video. They must clearly enjoy it. Therefore, the next person that we're going to recommend this video to will most likely also enjoy it. So your goal shouldn't be to beat the algorithm. It should be to create videos that people want to watch. YouTube isn't ignoring your channel. It's not ignoring the majority of small creators. It's the fact that those creators haven't figured out how to create good content that keeps the viewers engaged. Therefore, YouTube isn't pushing out their channel. And so if you've encountered any of these 5 issues that we've discussed as a part of today's video, let me know about it down below and what you've done to fix that. And again, if you found this to be helpful, please make sure to smash that thumbs up on the way out. That said, I'll see you guys in the next video.